how you doing? This is Floyd Lawson coming to you right here in Mount Airy, North Carolina. I'm at the Loaded Goat. Oh, it's a nice place. Not only that, there was a movie filmed here, Mayberry Man. Yeah, you can come just like they did on the Mayberry Man movie and eat at the Loaded Goat and have a nice dynamite burger or one of their other burgers. Voted one of the best hamburger places in all of North Carolina right here in Mount Airy. Oh, and when you drop by, be sure and tell them Floyd sent you. Yeah, maybe they probably won't do anything. Tell them I sent you.
You guys, you have a movie theater in this town, right?
Oh, yeah. We got a real nice one down on Main Street.
Yeah.
They did some renovations last year and moved the ladies' room from the second level down to the lobby level. Real classy move.
Okay. That's great, Barney. I got some things I gotta do. So.
Oh, I get it. Well, real nice to meet you there, Chris Stone. And remember, no jaywalking.
Mayberry and the show remind us of a time when things were simpler, when folks were friendlier to one another, and just laying back in the grass and looking up, watching the clouds roll across the sky was enough. You see, Mayberry isn't just a place. It's a state of mind.
He's one of our savage killers now. That's the greatest thing I've ever saw.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, hello. People are always wondering where Floyd gets his haircut when he's not in Mayberry. Well, I dropped by Great Cliffs, of Central Indiana in Louisville. Oh, nice. Oh, it's good. Yeah, they have, I've always wanted 2 chair shops. They've got a bunch of chairs. Oh, it's nice here. Yeah. It's going to be great at Great Cliffs.
Mayberry Man resonated with me. Everything the show represented, all the good stuff, being a better person because you're from Mayberry. And it's the kind of movie I'd like to see. And the wonderful thing about the story is it involves the people that come to Mayberry Days and sort of become the characters. It puts a smile on my face. They kill. They knock it dead.
I guarantee this. If you love the Andy Griffith Show, you're going to love Mayberry Man.
And welcome everyone to Wednesday Night Live. And we called tonight's episode Stop Scrolling because we just want you to stop scrolling and watch one of our videos. So, and we had this cool Ernest T. Bass from a colored episode image to use. So I thought that was a good idea. What do you think,
That was
Alan?
great. Yeah, and I saw a lot of people commented about it too. So that was they picked up on it. They said you got I forgot what it's got a red, not a green. Those people saying things.
We'll have to use the green. We have them doing the go side as well. So tonight we're going to talk about a few things, give you just a general update on what's going on with the series and the movie and all that. But we have some Clint Howard outtakes. I kind of dug back into some old material. I'm going to share that with you. We have some new behind the scenes interview footage that we never really used that we're going to share that. It involves the fans. And we're going to be announcing the winner of this autographed shooting script for Mayberry Man, the series. And that's going out to someone who is really enthusiastic about sharing our social media posts to help get the word out about the movie being released on Google Play and iTunes and PureFlix and all that stuff. So that's what we got going on. But let's talk about, boy, if I can find my slides here. Maybe I didn't upload it. Well, anyway,
you take a week off. This is what happens. You get out of the spin.
Exactly. So we were number 1 most recommended on PureFlix and like number 3 on the most watched on PureFlix, which means all your sharing and all that is working. So we appreciate that. And like I said, that was part of the incentive to win the shooting script was to share. So we did our search and kind of somewhat randomly, but also frequency mattered. So we're going to give that away in a moment. But let's take a look at the ladies of Mayberry and what they had to say about the Mayberry Man movie and the experience, and just a little video to share with you. So let's take a look.
Hey everybody, welcome to Mayberry Fest. Don't tell Thelma Lou, Juanita's here.
I was surprised that there were so many fans that were a part of this film. I mean, it really shows the community behind the following for this movie and for the Andy Griffith Show and for the Mayberry Festival. And everyone just wanted to lend a helping hand, and everyone was so nice and genuine. And all the other first-time actors did a great job too, and we just became an instant family.
And it's so great that the fans actually were able to participate in the movie, because, you know, now they were great.
And action.
In every scene, they were so aware and they were so on top of what they were doing. And like the mayor's proclamation scene, which is something that happens at Mayberry festivals, they knew their part because they have come to these every year. And they knew just what to do and how to feel. And they were so disciplined and so on top of the game. It was really remarkable.
Background action. Action.
I was thinking about my dad and how much he would like this, or what he would think of all of this, and I think he would be blown away. And especially to see how this band of filmmakers who started from nothing, just with all of the fans pitching in and helping out, people using Kickstarter, people contributing a few dollars here and there, and like the governor and the mayor and all these people just bringing their heart and soul into the project, getting that going, I think he would be absolutely amazed.
Hello, citizens. Mayor Luther Wilson here with the Mayberry Fest.
I can't wait to see the parade. You're in the parade. Oh, that's right.
All right, some good memories there. How long ago was that, Alan?
Oh, wow, you're
It's a test.
2 years ago. Gosh, a year and a half. I can't remember. it all blurs together. I can't remember.
Well, somebody shared on Facebook, shared a memory, and it was like the launch of our crowdfunding campaign at the Mayberry Cafe, and that was 3 years ago. We launched.
Oh my goodness!
Kickstarter, and so then I guess it was that fall of 2020 that we filmed the movie in the middle of the pandemic. So.
Yeah, I thought the mayor there, Mayor Luther, he didn't have any accent in that one. That was good.
So if you like these kind of videos and us continuing to do the lives and all that stuff, hit the like button. Let us know, because it's hard to tell, right, Alan? Alan's got the podcast with 5,000 episodes. You're always asking for feedback, right? So you need to let us know by hitting the like button, subscribing, and all that stuff. So let's talk about the winner of the shooting script. So for those of you who aren't aware, we were doing a little promotion. Let me see if I have my slide for that at least. So we were asking people to share our social media posts. So we have like 90 days of social media campaign, just a campaign blitz on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. And so we're asking people, reshare that stuff, hashtag it, Mayberry Man and PureFlix, to help us find your posts. So when we search, we can see what's going on. And we're going to give somebody an autographed copy of the shooting script from the Mayberry Man series, which it's, if you weren't in the series, you don't even know what's going on. But you're going to have to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, and everybody did on the project. and we'll mail it off now, and you'll kind of get to experience it. So before I announce the winner, or you can call Alan and ask for a copy of this. So before I announce the winner, I just want to announce some like honorable mentions, because I did see a lot of people sharing. I saw the Creoles, Adrian Ramey, Kathy Baker, the Pennycuffs, the Ellikers, Jeff Gossett, Carrie Brown, Butch Ruffner, Jan and Alan Newsom were frequent sharers. They're always disqualified from these contests.
I don't expect to win anything.
Doug and Dorothy Richard, and who's been really sharing our posts, which is terrific, because they asked us to tag them in all of our social media stuff. And so they've been resharing a lot, is our distributor, BMG, Bridgestone Multimedia Group. And so we really appreciate our distributor and getting it on all these platforms and everything. So, but there was one person that really stood out, and that is Mike McGonigal. So Mike, you are going to be the proud recipient of Mayberry Man, the series shooting script, and autographed by the show creator, Stark Howell, and writer, director. And, we still have a lot of sharing yet to do. So I wanted to let people know, keep sharing, and we're going to choose another winner at the end of the month. How's that sound, Alan?
That's a great idea. Yeah. So Kentucky Mike is one of our listeners over at Two Chairs as well. So
okay, so that's Kentucky Mike. Okay,
that's
I didn't know
Kentucky
that.
Mike McGonigal. Yeah.
All right.
Congratulations.
All right. So so I put together, I'm sure a lot of you have seen our various videos featuring Clint Howard. So Clint was very gracious back in the early days before we did any fundraising, anything. He shot a bunch of videos with us. And so I'm like, I wonder what else is in there. So I revisited some of the material, and there's some footage that was not used. I mean, I'm calling it outtakes, but it's material that just didn't get used. A little bit of it's kind of outtakey, but I'm going to share it with you, and I'll explain a little bit. But this is up at Myers Lake, Franklin Canyon Reservoir, where we went and visited. If you haven't seen that video, I need to add that to the links below in the description. But Clint Howard, Little Leon visits Myers Lake is one of our videos. It's very popular. So if you haven't seen that, definitely go watch that. But this is what this is from. So let me share, and then I'll kind of explain what was going on here. Again, I'm out of practice. All right, here we go.
My name is Stark Howell, and I'm the director and writer of Mayberry Man, and I'm here with Clint Howard. And we are up at the Franklin Canyon Reservoir, and we wanted to see the pathway where that famous walk was made at the beginning of the show, but apparently they're doing a lot of construction. Are you a fan of the Andy Griffith Show? I mean, it's kind of a silly question, but are you?
No, you know what? I'm not really a fan. Having grown up in the business, I'm not really a fan of any particular television show. I mean, I just know too much of the inside baseball, and I can look at it, and maybe my career has sullied me a little bit when it comes to, being a viewer. But I appreciate the writing. The Andy Griffith Show was so well executed, and the messages were so good, and they rarely had a weak episode, which is one thing that Ron identified is, like Happy Days, if they could get 2 or 3 good ones and the rest of them were okay and they kept the stinkers down to a minimum, then they felt like they had something. If they could get like 3 good episodes a season. And the Andy Griffith Show's batting average was a lot better than that. They just would, just episode after episode. This is ridiculous. These flies are just a joke. No, we're done. I'm done here.
So you can see why we didn't use it. Well, 2 reasons. So yeah, the bugs were killing us, and so clearly we were done, which is why the camera started moving. It's like we all gave up at the same time. But and then we went back to Clint's house and actually shot a lot of video. So it's not like he ditched us, but I don't really use that clip where he says he's not a fan of the Andy Griffith Show, because that just kind of a little negative, right? But right. If anyone's met Clint, spent any time with Clint, he's very transparent, very direct.
Yes.
And growing up, I mean, working. And I remember that day, him talking about, working. And it kind of finally sunk in. I've known them obviously my whole life, but Clint and Ron have been working since they could remember, before they could remember. Yes. Right. And so these shows have sort of a different meaning to them when it's like, they've been working in the factory, child labor.
Right. I mean, if you think about it, it was their jobs. And so you probably don't tend to be overly invested in watching something that you're already involved in. You've already been working on it. Then by the time they filmed an episode, it was over and they were filming another one. So I know Clint was, but he was young too. So he was around. So he probably didn't care to watch it because that's his brother. I don't want to watch that on TV. I mean,
never gave me any lines. Right?
Yeah. I never got to do anything but eat part of a sandwich. That's all I ever got to do.
But he did. So I didn't include, I actually cut out the little section where he does talk about where when he sees it on TV, he'll stop and he'll watch it. He'll finish it out, So if you go watch the finished video, the official, video for public consumption, he does have plenty of good things to say about the Andy Griffith Show.
Well, he went on the Mayberry cruise with us this past year, and he had a lot of very nice things, similar to what he was saying there too, just about the writing, the acting, and how good it really was, and how well it holds up 60 plus years later. It's still good. I mean, you watch some older shows and sometimes they don't really have the same impact now that they might have at the time it came on, because it was a joke. It was, there was funny, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but something like, it's not as old, but like something like the Partridge Family or something like that just doesn't hold up as good, in my opinion. I mean, it's okay. It's still all right, but it's not the same as like the Andy Griffith Show is just, I'm biased. I realize that, but it just holds up so well because I think it was so real. It felt so real. And
it was very real. And it was also very creative. I mean, the expressions they would use in the dialogue and, the situations were not ridiculous or too crazy or extreme or anything like that, but just the dialogue, the pacing, the character, it just had a certain ease about it that obviously it just holds up over 60 years, right?
I was watching the other day, the Who Stole My Golden Arm, Andy telling that story, and then he lays down, you see him in the sleeping bag and he's just kind of laying there and he's just like,
yeah.
That the whole reaction, realizing that Barney and Gomer are right beside him and wide awake. I was just like, wow, that is amazing acting, really, because you just saw his face and just saw him.
Well, it was obviously well crafted. Well, everyone involved was very talented but it was also kind of lightning in a bottle, right? The chemistry and the casting. And I mean, to think that they may have done that show without Don Knotts. Like that was the original concept, was no Barney, right? So, it really was lightning in a bottle and we all get to enjoy it. And then now create new stuff like Mayberry Man, the movie, and Mayberry Man, the series. And again, Mayberry Man, the series, Mayberry Man, the movie is available on just pretty much everywhere now to rent or purchase. Someday it'll be on some of the free platforms, but for now it's on Pure Flix, which is like a Netflix for faith and family. And but anybody, if you haven't seen it, watch it. If you want to, I think it's kind of a collectible for those that were involved in the project. I think everyone should own it on every platform.
Yeah, that's
get your iTunes copy, get your Google Play copy. Collect all of them.
You need them all. That's right. It's like a set, like a box set. You need them all.
So no matter what platform, what app you're using, you can watch it. But I was checking out Google Play, and we only have 4 reviews there right now. So if you are on any of these platforms, if you get a chance and you haven't given us a review, you haven't reviewed it, given it the 5 stars and the little blurb or whatever, please do that, because that just helps the algorithm. It helps share. People are hesitant to watch something that doesn't have a big celebrity in it. I mean, Alan, you're getting up there in status. but you're still no Tom Cruise. You're no Chris Stone.
No. Yeah, I think I'll keep my day job for a while.
Yeah. But those reviews are helpful on these various platforms. So, back in the early days when we released on Amazon, we asked people, hey, go review us on Amazon. So the same goes for Google Play and iTunes and all that. If you've seen the movie, you like it, we would love to have you go leave a positive review. So though that's what's going on. As far as the series is concerned, I want to give a quick update on that. Is we are in editing. We're scenes are starting to come together, and I don't know if Stark has sent you any of his rough cuts, Alan.
No, I've not seen anything.
Okay,
Only thing I've seen is things y'all have shown during the live show here.
Okay, so I know he will share on occasion one of his rough cuts, but it's hard not to share it because.
Well, you're proud of it, and you want somebody to see it that can. Yeah, I mean, I understand that.
Well, it's coming together. It's coming together nicely, but at the same time, you want people to experience it when it's finished. And it's got the music and all that stuff.
Well, I know when he was doing the movie, he would not show us any scenes that we were actually in. He didn't want us to see those until they were actually on the big screen when you actually was ready. He showed us other people's scenes, but he wouldn't show us ones that we were actually in. Yeah.
Well, and with a movie, you really do want people to see it on the big screen. The fact that this is a series, I think Stark's less sensitive to that this time around. So he's being a little more liberal and sharing some scenes with folks. And so anyway, it is in post-production. We're still sort of in fundraising mode because we expanded the budget. We expanded the number of episodes. We might introduce a couple of new perks or something on the Indiegogo page, which is still active. We still have an active campaign on Indiegogo. So if you run into someone who hasn't participated, send them over there to Indiegogo, or mayberryman.com should redirect to our Indiegogo page, and have them contribute and become a part of it. And every little bit helps. And we're excited. We think we know what our final shoot day is in April, but it's going to be more of a small, closed set kind of a situation. And no promises, but mid-year we should have this thing wrapped up and ready to go. And we had good interest already from several networks, so we're very optimistic. And they obviously want to see a finished episode, so we got to get that done.
So we have a question in the chat room. There's Fulton was asking, when are you guys going to be making Mayberry Man 2 movie? Well, the series is the Mayberry Man 2 movie.
Right. The series basically acts as the sequel. What we want to do is season 2, right? So what we would like to happen is season 1 is 5 episodes, so it's a limited season. But I think that was the number of episodes The Office started with in their season 1. So I think that's a good omen.
Right. Yeah.
So it's, we'd like to almost have it as a proof of concept for a series, and then get like some legit financing so we can do a full season 2. So that's kind of the long range plan. But first things first, we got to deliver this, and people have to like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you will. I hope you will. And I'd love to see a season 2. That'd be great. but I do just, I hope you guys, this is really, it's a follow on to the movie. So if you watch the movie, this kind of continues the story, just right after the movie. Some time has passed, but it's right after the movie. So you get to pick up on what's happening with the same characters from the movie in the series. So,
well, and we even thought, while we were in production, we kicked around the idea of what if we take the movie, break that into episodes, and then make it like a full season. Probably the deal breaker for me on that was, how does Karen Knotts play herself and then show up as Janet working with
I figured that out. All you had to do is make that her identical cousin, just like on Patty Duke's show. So it was right. Karen and her identical cousin Janet.
Well, and she does have the wigs, so yeah,
that's right.
And the puppets. So then we would have to do an episode where they're both in it, right? and with a
Oh,
split screen.
That takes money there, doesn't it? We can't.
So again, the winner of the Mayberry Man series shooting script is Mike McGonigal, Kentucky Mike. So we'll get this out to you as soon as we can. And then we'll have I'm going to switch scripts. I have a second script we'll give away at the end of the month for those that continue to share our posts. There's also some events coming up. I don't like to do event announcements very much because these things kind of become dated, but we've got the Mayberry Man screenings, free screenings. Alan, tell us about when that is. And
there's one. It's going to be the April the 14th and 15th in Granville, Tennessee. There's going to be we're going to be showing it's a Mayberry and I Love Lucy festival that'll be going on. I'll be there as Floyd. Rick will be there as Barney. We got I think Bo will be there as Briscoe. We got Christy will be there as Charlene and Alana character. And we will in the evenings, because it's a very small town. If you guys have never been there, you need to go check out Granville. It's GranvilleTN.com. And if you go there, it's a very small town. They're going to have the Mayberry and I Love Lucy characters. There'll be a Lucy and a Desi there as well. It's a lot of fun. They interact with the Mayberry people. It makes it really fun. And Dixie Griffith will be there. And we're going to show the Mayberry Man movie in the evening, starting somewhere around 8:30, probably somewhere in that time frame. Show it, and it'll be kind of an outdoor picnic type thing. You can sit in your lawn chair. They're going to have it on the screen outside and be able to watch it. It'll be on Friday and Saturday night, I believe. They're planning to try to show it both nights. So come out there and visit with us. And if you're in that area, there's really nothing else to do there except come to do that. So please come. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's a nice place.
Exactly. And there's actually a free screening, a couple of free screenings tomorrow of Mayberry Man in Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Oh, wow.
Because they're celebrating National Popcorn Day.
It's not outside, is it?
I don't think so.
In South Dakota.
So it's the Empire Arts Center. If you're in that area, I can't imagine too many viewers are from that area, but yeah, they're gonna show that along with some episodes of the Andy Griffith Show. They've made it a whole Mayberry Day for National Popcorn Day. So
that's great.
So good stuff. Alan, thanks for joining me. I'm going to ask again, if you like what we're doing, if you want us to continue to put out the content, hit the like button, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. And that's, we'll just say good night. And one more word from Clint Howard.
Well, hey, if you just like that clip, hit the like button. There's going to be plenty more.
If you want more videos about The Andy Griffith Show, be sure to hit subscribe and click that little bell icon so you're notified whenever we post a new video. Thanks for watching.
Shazam! Come on, baby.